What up, everybody? G the Ico here, your favorite Mobile Legends influencer. I'm coming with you today with essentially the bracket and the actual tournament layout that we're going to be seeing for the NACT. And I'm going to go over some of the key teams that I think you guys should look out for in the upcoming NACT. I will be broadcasting watch parties and stuff like that of the NACT, as well as I'll be streaming some of the top 96 qualifying matches as well. So definitely stay tuned, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, leave any comments that you have in the description below. All right, guys, welcome to what we know as the 2023 North American Challenger Tournament Fall Season Open Qualifier. This is round 1 and round 2. As we're looking at a lot of this bracket here, I'm gonna get this thing out the way at the bottom. We can kind of see that there's a winners round 1 and there's a winners round 2. As you can see, some teams are already put into winners round 2. Now, winners round 1 is a lot of teams that I really haven't seen before. There might be a couple of the names that I do see here that are that I've seen in some of the scrims that I normally see, but a lot of the second and the teams that are in the winners round 2 are some of the main teams you'll want to definitely keep an eye on. And I'll kind of go over some of these. I have another little page here that I want to show you guys of the teams. It lists all of the teams that were picked, and then I'm going to underline some of the teams that you should definitely look out for. Now, this is the bracket here, and I wanted to explain a couple things just in case some of you guys didn't know what's actually going on with the NACT. So the NACT has this first bracket here, which has winners 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Then they have winners quarterfinals and winners semifinals. Now, if we keep scrolling here, there is a lower bracket. So everything is a best of 1, but you definitely have a chance to possibly come back. Now, you know that TOB and Bloodthirsty Kings have already made it into the regular season, so you don't have to worry about them. They're already there. They're not on this list, just in case you guys are wondering. Now, again, like I was saying, you got the losers bracket. So if you take a look, a couple teams are going to have a chance. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 here in the bottom bracket. 1, 2 teams in the upper bracket that could possibly make it. Again, that is because TOB and BTK are already in the regular season for making it to first and second place in the last NACT. Now, with that being said, there's only two teams in the upper bracket that can make it to regular season. So the upper bracket's going to be definitely a fight for your life here, but the farther you make it in the upper bracket here, the better chance that you're going to be placed in, maybe losers round 4, 5, or 6, so you won't have to fight as many people, but you'll still have to fight people. So this day, the top 96 qualifying day is going to be a long one for some of these teams. Some teams have to make it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. And if they fail the very first rounds, they have 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. So if you're in round 1 of the winners, the upper bracket, you have to, and you fail your best of 1, you have to crawl 7 more matches to get a possible slot in the regular season. That is what we like to call, ladies and gentlemen, the American crawl, if you have to go through that. And it's going to be a rough time for some of these teams in the first bracket. Now, second bracket, not too bad, but still, teams are going to have to be on their A games, and they're going to have the stamina it takes to make it all the way here, to make it to the regular season. Now, that's everything to kind of look at the bracket. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave comments below. I'll definitely be responding to those. And yeah, we'll move on. moving on to this page, this is where I wanted to go through and kind of highlight some of the key teams. And I'm gonna start left for right, no left to right, no particular order. I'm not ranking these teams 1 through 10, 1 through 20. I'm just pointing out some key teams that if I am streaming the quarter or the qualifiers, to kind of keep an eye out for when you're looking at some of these teams. Now, going through the first list, I've seen Aggravate Ones, definitely a good team to look out for. Apex Predators has been in a lot of NACTs. They haven't made it to a regular season yet, but they could make it there. They have a chance this time. That they're a really strong team. Area 77 has won at NACT before, and I think this is the first time we're seeing them back. I'm not quite sure who's all on Area 77, but again, it's great to see Area 77 back. They didn't make it to the past the qualifiers last time neither, even though they've won an NACT previously. So I want to see what Area 77 can definitely pull through the NASL. Back in the day when I used to cast, Area 77 was a monster to be reckoned with. Now going on the Avalon Empire. So this team right here is the Empire from previous NACT. They've kind of got a rebranding. They're sponsored by an org now as well, which is Avalon. So big shout out. This team is looking really good. I definitely can't wait to see what they bring. And to be honest, if I had to say anything, I do think they have a shot to make it into the regular season. So that's a star team to look out for. Now, keep going. Bloodhounds, again, we've seen Bloodhounds. They've just almost made it into a regular season before, but we've seen them in a lot of NACTs. I'm hoping they do bring something to the table. Now, Black Bulls, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Panda Squad, and I think they used to go by Black Odyssey. So Black Bulls, interesting. I think it's a name change, but a team to be looking out for. I kind of skipped over them there for a second, but then I wanted to actually point them out. Now, diving in, I have no idea who any of these other teams are right here. I don't know who that is. Another team, Dark Immortals. I host a lot of scrims for Dark Immortals. Definitely a team to look out for. I hope to see them in the regular season. I know they're going to definitely have to crawl through it, because if I'm not mistaken, they might have a chance. They have to fight Area 77 in the brackets when we were just looking at them. So Dark Immortals, another star team. Of course, you have TOB, and then you have BTK, which are already star teams. So, I mean, we're looking at roughly 4 teams. Sorry for my chicken scratch there. It's really hard to write with a mouse, but 4-star teams that I, kind of keep an eye out for. Dark Immortals, definitely a good team. Hyperion, this is UA Squad, if I'm not mistaken, I believe. Another team to look out for. Indibles, they've definitely put up a really good fight in a lot of other tournaments that I've seen. So Indibles, definitely a good team to look out for. Kind of keep going down. I've heard of Excellent Air. If I'm not mistaken, I can't accurately say who's the squad leader. I've seen a lot of teams, but Excellent Air, I don't think I've seen them in a lot of top 16s or, it's a lot of top 8s of the qualifiers. So again, a team to possibly look out for, but I don't know if I'm going to acknowledge what an underline there. Again, this is all just my opinion. If any of you guys from any of these squads watch my channel, I love you all. This is just me kind of going off of what I've seen casting and throughout my casting career, and just being, team manager of a lot of the NACTs. I've been around, so don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Definitely love all you guys. Again, we're going to just kind of go through here. I don't see any squads that pop off in that tier. I've seen Nova Corps, again, a team that we might see, but nothing I want to underline just yet. Rebels in Paradise, another squad I see a lot, but not something I want to underline just yet. Of kind of hit a lot of the good teams that I know about that have made it to the tops quite a bit. The Asian disappointments. I think this is like a mixture of Asians. I don't know. I don't know what this team is, but I think I've seen some of the Asians in there. So a team to look out for. The Night Horde might possibly do something here. The Simpsons. And then I don't know. The Wild Cards, definitely a team to look out for. So I think the revamped Simpsons would be able to make it. Kind of going backtracking a little bit here. I think so. What is that? 2, 4, 5 teams in the top 8. Oh man, I think it's anybody's game. I do think Area 77 is going to get there. So that's 6. Again, Dark Immortals. Wild Cards is another good squad. Handled by Kat, one of my people in my squad. She's managing them. So possibly we might be seeing Wild Cards up there. So that's 2, 4, 6. We need like 2 more squads that I think can possibly make it to the top 8. Again, I feel like it's anybody's game when it comes down to this. And I'm not quite sure if I missed any other squads that I would say are something to look out for. And I mean, there's just so many squads that we might see some dark horses appear in this, which is why, you know, I'm just kind of pointing out a lot of the squads that are really returning and the squads to look out for that I think have pretty good potential that I've seen, you know, scrim a lot, request a lot of scrims from me. So, you know, I'm going to go with possibly Bloodhounds. That's 7. I feel like they have the potential to make it there, but they just got to get there. Maybe Endables. I feel like that one's kind of questionable, but I've seen Endables do a lot, so maybe they'll bring something to the table here. And then again, I really would like Apex Predators have been always a squad to look out for, but they've just never had the potential to make it all the way there. And I kind of want to see them shine as well. So these are a lot of the teams to look out for. By all means, take a picture, look at them, but definitely keep an eye out on these squads and keep an eye out on all of the squads here. I mean, any of them have the potential to, you know, upset any of these teams that I've already highlighted. You never want to cut anybody out. These are all best of ones. And again, there is a lower bracket, so you still have another chance to recoup. But again, a best of one, if you make any mistake, it is going to be detrimental, as well as being in the lower bracket. It's even worse. You have to knock out 7 teams, possibly 6 teams if you're in the second wave of winners bracket 1, right, or the upper bracket. So again, it is going to, like, you got to make no mistakes for 7 to 6 games, which is hard. And you don't want to be trolling. And not only that, you have to not make mistakes in this many games, you have to have the stamina to take it that far. So again, this is the NACT 2023 fall season top 96 teams, and we'll continue to make some reviews and, you know, some statistics and just ideals about what the NACT has in some of these games, as well as I'll be live streaming a lot of the qualifying teams matches, as many as I can possibly get into, as well as I'll be doing watch parties for the NACT when the top 8 starts, when the regular season starts. So definitely make sure to have that button subscribed, turn the bell notification on, and like our videos, and we'll see you next time.